Hey, what's up everybody? This is Nightwing2303 from SneakerPalace.com on court. Today we're going to be going over a product review, and it is on McDavid's newest ankle brace, the Ankle X. I recently sprained my ankle, so I was off the court for about 2 weeks, or I was off the court for 1 week, thought that I was okay enough to go back. Ended up rolling my ankle because it was not ready yet. So I rolled it again, and then I was off for another week, and about, I'd say like a week and maybe 2-3 days, range of motion came back. It just was very, very tight. It's still very weak, and so I needed to get back out on court. That way I can keep, getting all of these reviews done. So I needed something, and this is something that I ran across. I posted it up on SneakerPalace.com on court. Decided to do a review on it, and so with that being said, let's get right into it. Alright guys, so this is the components that comes with the McDavid Ankle X ankle brace. You have your brace, and then you also have the inner sleeve section. So what you do is you open up the back end, you slide your foot in here, your forefoot comes out right here, and this is your heel, and then you will adjust the strap accordingly around the heel base and then around your ankle. Once you're done with that, I actually put this on before I even get to the court, and then I'll wear this there, or two there, and then when I get there I pull out the brace, and then you basically just stick your foot inside of it, you open up the adjustable strap, and you put yourself in there, tighten up, lace up your sneakers, and you're ready to go. So real briefly on the sleeve itself, to be perfectly honest, it's a little bit thin and it's a little bit cheap, in my personal opinion. For something that costs $50, I expect a little bit more cushion with this. Not cushion in the sense to where it's going to protect you from impact absorption and things like that, but cushion from the brace itself, because all of this is plastic. So inside of the area you do have pads for your ankles. This is a little bit extra padding, and it's basically for the hinged areas here, when they also have little foam pads inside there as well, and then one on the heel. So everywhere where you have a basically a connection piece or a hinge there, that's what the padding is for. So that pretty much takes care of this, and now we'll get into the brace itself. Alright, so this is the brace. It's pretty basic as far as its shape and what it actually does for you. These are much better than anything like a wrap, the Velcro kind, or even the lace-up structures. I actually personally dislike those because it doesn't even offer any type of support whatsoever in a fabric situation. So all those are really doing is like keeping your ankle compressed. Something like this is actual support, so this actually does what an ankle brace should do. You have two pieces. You have the heel bed here, which is hinged, so you have full range of a front to back movement. And then usually when you roll your ankle, like what I did, you have 3 ligaments. You have one right here, you have one stretching out in front, and then you have one going back into the heel. Those 3 ligaments, you can tear either one of them, you can tear all 3, 2 out of 3, whatever it is. And so basically your lateral movements and your medial movements are extremely weak, and you're not able to complete plays. It might even hurt a lot. Sometimes if you completely tear it, it'll swell up. So this area here, this stops that lateral and medial movement, which is exactly what you want. Something that a fabric brace will not do for you. So one thing that I do have to complain about is that the advertising for this brace states that it is so comfortable you won't even notice that you're wearing it. That's so false, it's not even close to the truth. Inside of the heel portion, you have these little bumps. You can feel those. That's the reason why I say that this is a little bit too thin, because you can feel that. It's pretty uncomfortable, and then it also makes you feel like you're sitting up just a little bit higher inside of your shoe with whatever side you're wearing this on. It does take some time to get used to. One thing I will say is that at the end of each game I cannot feel it, but it's not because it's so comfortable, it's because this area up here is so constricting that it actually cuts off circulation from here down to my foot, so my entire foot is numb, which it could be a good thing, because you know, without feeling anything, like you're just running around and as if you got nothing on because you can't feel it. So, you know, in that sense, I guess it kind of worked, but not in the way that they describe it. So it's not something that's comfortable at the end of every game. I had to unstrap it, let it loosen up, get that circulation and blood flow back into my leg and my foot. And then afterwards I'd strap it back up and get back out on court. So with the upper section, it is strong. There's a lot of scuffs on here, which I actually just noticed right now, and that is the part. I wear this on my right ankle, so you know, I guess that's from getting, either I'm kicking myself or other people are doing it. I'm not really sure, but that's kind of nice that it does protect those areas. And then because there is the hinge, again, full range front to back motion is perfectly fine. So your running or your stride is perfectly cool. And then your medial and your lateral movement. So when you're here, it's really not allowing you to do much of anything. This is great for preventing an injury. I don't recommend using it for what I use it for, which is to help an injury along so that I can play on the court. That's not what you're supposed to do. But you know, it is what it is, and so in that case, this thing does work great. It works pretty much perfectly, other than the numbness that it gives you and the uncomfortable feeling right from the get-go. One thing I will say is that if you're using this, your entire forefoot is exposed, and so you're going to want to try to adjust your style of play to where you're mostly moving on your forefoot. So if you're going to do a jab step, a quick step, if you're going to sweep the ball and then fake back to the other direction, either left or right, you're going to really want to start doing that on your forefoot with the pivot movements, and get used to that, because again, it's restricting everything from the midfoot up into the heel and the ankle area. So if you're used to kind of like moving this way and then going, you're not going to get that flexibility with this on. So you're going to want to move on your forefoot and then go in that direction. This is my first review on a brace, so I hope that I'm doing this as accurately as possible, but I thought that this was a good product for what it is. It's a little on the expensive side, but it does work, and I am able to play with this, which was the point of my purchasing it. So, you know, McDavid, that's the brand. I use their compression gear for my knees. I have bad knees, and then also my elbows. I have like tendonitis in my shooting arm, my right arm, so I use their compression gear quite often. This is the first time I've used their brace. So I thought it was a good product. It wasn't perfect by any means, but it definitely was. Alright guys, so that takes care of McDavid's Ankle X ankle brace. You know, for the price that it costs, it's about $50, it depends on where you go, but I paid, it was like $52 plus tax. Honestly, it is pretty expensive for a small piece of product or hardware. The main thing though is that it does work. It doesn't do exactly what they say as far as like not being able to feel it and things like that, but as far as it working, it did a fantastic job. It's still doing a fantastic job. I'm able to play for, you know, up to 4 or 5 hours with that thing on. When I take it off, you can really start, you know, to feel how weak your ankle still is and things like that. So I really don't recommend for using it for what I did, which is to allow me to play, because if you have an injury like that, you really don't want to keep going. But if you're trying to prevent an injury, or maybe you just have weak ankles, something like this really does help. There are other products that could do essentially the same thing. They might be a little bit more comfortable, and they're a little bit cheaper in price by about $10 to $20. I will be picking one of those up as well, testing that out and seeing if it actually does compare or compete with this brace here. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully I'll pick that up maybe in about a week or so, and start, you know, using that one as well. Because with the way my ankle feels right now, it's still nowhere near 100%. It's maybe about 60-65% right now, and then with the ankle brace I'm able to just play at 100%, which is surprising. So most importantly, I'm able to put pressure on my ankle at this point, so that's why I'm able to keep playing so long as I restrict that lateral movement. That way I hopefully don't roll it again. But you know, sorry for talking so much as usual, but this is the brace. This is the box that it comes in. I got this one at Sports Authority, but if you just Google McDavid Ankle X brace, or ankle brace X or whatever it is, then this is what it looks like on the package. But if you Google this, it'll bring you to like an Amazon type thing where it'll show you like the lowest price possible and stuff like that, and it does work. So not extremely comfortable whatsoever, but it does work. So I'll give them props for that. If I was going to rate this on a 1 to 10 scale, honestly, I'd probably rate it about a 9. It would get a full 10 if it was comfortable to wear. So, but it does definitely work. It helps me out, and I would recommend it. And again, I'll do some other reviews on different ankle braces since my ankle's not great yet, and see how those go as well. So thank you guys for all your support. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. We got some more product reviews. Tons of performance reviews coming up. Right now my top priority is the Air Jordan 2012. I'm going to get that completed. It's almost done, about a little bit over halfway through, and I'll get that out to you hopefully before they release. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks again. Thanks for all the comments, the likes, support, subscriptions. You can follow me on Twitter if you guys didn't know that. It's at Nightwing2303. You can follow OnCourt on Twitter, which is at OnCourt_SF. And then I'll put them somewhere down below here. And then again, make sure that you check out sneakerfiles.com OnCourt /OnCourt. That's where all of this information on all of these shoes are at. So like everybody that's asking me about Kobe 7s, I've already posted stuff on there. I posted first impressions and teasers on these throughout the process of testing. So that's something that you won't get anywhere else. So if you want information on these, you can go there. Chris Paul's, you can get more information on Sneaker Files on Court. And we got KD4s. Again, you can get information on that. We got Reebok Zig Tech, or Zig Encores. These Hyper Enforcers, all kinds of stuff is on there. So if you need more performance information before the videos come out, because it does take me at least 2 to 3 weeks to test each shoe, go to sneakerfiles.com /OnCourt, and that's where everything's at. That's also the best way to get in contact with me. If you leave a comment or a question in any of the comment sections there, I do respond to you. So that's pretty much it. Again, sorry for talking a lot, and thanks again, and until next time guys, have a good one.